Good evening. I'm your host, and tonight we bring you a deep analysis of the escalating conflict in the Middle East, a crisis that is no longer regional but global in its consequences. At the center of it all, rising tensions involving Iran, Israel, and the United States, a conflict now shaking the foundations of the global economy. To understand this war, we must go back years. For decades, Iran and Israel have existed in a state of silent hostility, a shadow war fought through proxy groups, cyber attacks, and strategic strikes across the region. Iran's growing nuclear ambitions have only intensified the situation, with Israel viewing the possibility of a nuclear-armed Iran as an existential threat. Diplomatic efforts have failed, sanctions have tightened, and tensions have reached a breaking point. The United States' involvement is both strategic and inevitable. First, its long-standing alliance with Israel means any direct threat demands a response. Second, global oil security is at stake. A critical shipping route, the Strait of Hormuz, carries a significant portion of the world's oil. Any disruption here sends shockwaves across global markets. And third, this is about influence. The United States is determined to maintain its global position in the face of rising powers like China and Russia. The war has triggered a sharp rise in oil prices, but not only because of damage. Markets are reacting to fear. Attacks on oil infrastructure, threats to shipping lanes, and uncertainty over supply have created a volatile environment where prices surge almost instantly. The result? Fuel costs rising worldwide, affecting everything from transportation to food prices. The consequences are already being felt. Inflation is rising globally, economies are under pressure. Developing nations are hit the hardest as the cost of living continues to climb. There is also growing concern about escalation. Should more countries become directly involved, this conflict could expand beyond control. Looking ahead, several scenarios are emerging. The most likely, a prolonged, controlled conflict where tensions remain high, but a full-scale global war is avoided. However, the risk of regional escalation remains real, and in the worst-case scenario, this could evolve into a broader global confrontation involving major world powers. Diplomatic solutions are still possible, but at this moment, they remain uncertain. This is more than a war. It is a struggle over power, energy, and the future balance of global influence. And as history has shown, conflicts rooted in these forces rarely remain contained. For now, the world watches, waits, and hopes that diplomacy can succeed where tension has not. I'm your host. Thank you.